Welcome to another kind of sit-down video. There is going to be a lot of sit-down videos over the darker months because I have less time, light even, for filming the kind of horsey stuff, and there's not much for you to see in the dark. But this is something I really wanted to film, and something that I really wanted to talk about and encourage everyone to do. I'm really sorry, this is only really relevant to those endurance riders in the UK, but maybe it'll give you a little bit of motivation for anyone watching from overseas. So what I wanted to talk to you about was the Home International. So the Home International is a national endurance event, and it is a chance for you to compete for your nation no matter what level you ride at. So basically, England, Wales, Scotland and Ireland all come together once a year to compete against each other as a team. Now, the venue changes every year. This year it is in Scotland and in September. So it's a really good kind of time of year for you to aim at in terms of goals and competing for your nation. A lot of you might think that maybe that isn't for you, maybe you're not the right level, but actually one of the things I love about endurance, like love so much, is that you can compete for your nation from novice level. So that's the really cool thing about the Home International. It's got a number of riders, and you literally have classes from 40k novice all the way up to 160k races. So you could be literally a novice rider competing for your nation for the first time in your first season, and you're competing alongside absolute advanced pros that have been there, done that, seen it. And there's loads of classes in between. So there's 2-day classes, 1-day classes, low levels up to 80k, graded rides, and then there's some race rides above 80k. And it's just a really, really good opportunity to learn loads, to make endurance friends and make memories that literally last a lifetime. So I've been involved with the Welsh endurance team since I was teeny tinier. Well, yeah, I'm not much bigger now, but I'm much older. My mum was on the Welsh team, I think, in the year 2000, maybe 2001. No, because that was foot and mouth year. Anyway, between late 90s, early 2000s, so I would have been still kind of between the age of 8 and 11, depending on what year it was, and I went as crew. Probably not the most effective crew if I was that small, but I was there nonetheless. And Mum had a really good time. She was on her Irish cob Harvey, and that's another thing, you do not have to be on an Arab. Pony club riders can come and compete for the endurance, the Home International. If you've been through the Pony Club Championships, you're probably really likely to be selected for one of those junior slots. So again, yeah, we've got junior slots, young rider slots, senior slots, and you know, we don't leave out the veterans either. So literally a whole range of levels and ages. I have got some amazing memories of riding for the Welsh team. It is where I got my foundation of knowledge of endurance, where I learnt loads, where I made friends, where I got used to travelling with my horse and taking my horse away and being in that kind of environment, but obviously on a lower scale level to kind of international travel and going around Europe. But it gave me a very good foundation. And going away with your horse teaches you so much about your horse and horse management and really builds up the bond, I think. I don't have any video footage as such of me on the Welsh team, but I've got lots and lots of pictures and lots of memories. Sorry that some of them aren't the greatest quality, but I thought we'd do like a little slideshow memory lane of all of the times I've been on the Welsh team and all of the memories I've made. a little taste of what it's like from my photos, I hope that maybe you've been inspired to put yourself up for team selection. So no matter what level you're at now, if you think that you would love to do that, love to have the opportunity, get in touch with your nation's Chef de Keeps or committee and just put yourself forward as interested. Even if you don't think you're good enough or you don't think you'll make it, put yourself forward as interested, because once they know kind of you are interested and you're on the radar of the team management selection committee, then you'll probably get a lot of help along the way. Everyone in endurance is super friendly. They want you to do well, they want you to progress, and even if you don't make selection, maybe you can go as a crew, go and just cheer your teammates on, and I guarantee you'll have a great time and you'll learn loads. If you do put yourself up for selection, you get selected, off you go, and you go and compete at whichever distance you've been deemed suitable for, then the way the home international is won is first the number of horses home. So it's not about how fast you go, it's not about how low your heart rate is, it's whether you get your horse home safe and sound. And that's one of the other things I really, really love. It's all about horse welfare, teamwork, and completing is to win. The second thing they do is the distance covered. So say two teams get all their horses round. So say one team gets like some of their horses round, 5 of their horses round, and another team gets 5 of their horses round. So no one's got all of the teams round, all of the riders and like the combinations round. Then it will go on the distance completed. So say like for one team the 160 horse was vetted out, and for the other team it was the 50k horse vetted out, then it's done on the distance you successfully completed. If you've got a tie with kind of either everyone's got their horses round or the same number in each team or the same distance in each team, then it's then done on time. So the last factor is how fast you get round. So hopefully you're thinking, oh, maybe I'm a little bit interested, and I will tell you what classes are up for grabs. There is a 2-day 160, a 2-day 120, and that is actually a graded endurance ride. Sometimes it isn't, depending on what your level, they can mix it up a little bit, but it's usually an 80 graded endurance ride on one day and a 40 graded endurance ride the other. Then there's an 80 race ride, then there's one 2-day 80 graded ride up for grabs, and then there's one 40k novice, and that is, you have to be novice I think, so it has to be your like first season ever endurance. What an opportunity if that was the case, that it's your first season in endurance and you get selected to represent your nation. And then there's one 50k junior graded ride up for grabs. I know they're maybe having a little bit of a look of tweaking the kind of rules and how many riders and things are in a team, just to kind of expand the opportunities. But at the moment, those are the current rules on the EGB website. I'll put a link down below for that, and also a link of the Chef de Keeps from each nation, or at least a link to the website, because I'm not sure who the Chef de Keeps for. I'll find out for you, so that you can contact them directly and say that you're interested. So I was super lucky that my parents were I've said super many times there, but they were really supportive of my endurance dreams. And my mum had already competed for Wales. I lived literally a mile away from the Chef de Keep of the Welsh team, so I was encouraged to compete for the nation and put myself up for selection a lot. And I was very lucky that my parents could afford for me to go. But also, I'm really passionate about people being selected on their ability, not their ability to pay, but their actual ability to ride an endurance ride. And I don't want people to be limited by the funds they have available. So watch this space, because this year I put myself up onto to be a committee member on the Welsh endurance team. I did check that I can still be up for selection, and I won't be part of the selection process if I am on the committee. But I really want to do some fundraising, and so that everyone that could possibly kind of put themselves up for selection could fill one of those spaces if they want to go and they've got the skills, they can go and they're not limited by their funds. So hopefully we'll do lots of fundraising, might even put a GoFundMe page together, and it'll pay for things like the travel costs up to Scotland, the stabling for the horses once they're there, team kit and things like that. So I'm going to try as hard as possible this year to really focus my attention on the Home International, one for myself because I would really love to compete for Wales again, but two, for other people. I want to encourage other people to do it. It's such a great competition for all levels, and I'm really passionate about making that happen for as many people as possible. So please, please, please look into it. You can do it. Believe in yourself. You will learn so much and you will not regret putting yourself up for the experience, even if you go as a crew, a supporter, a helper, or you're super lucky enough to be a team rider.